show. But Ronnie, pick up some more people in Texas, or just go out, man on the street, and take your phone and call me if you got. All you need is service on your cell phone, I guess, and talk to people about how their business is going back up or whatever. It's just you ain't gonna believe this, but we got UAP for unidentified anomalous phenomena. Folks, UAP.associates, and then Ronnie will be on ACIR.radio. That's ACIR.radio with me. And we'll put, I'll grab these shows he does and put them on a Ronny Dawson page. I got your picture from that mountain on one of my pages. Then I'll just go put them on that one because I can't get it back. I want you to send me some more pictures. I've used all the ones with different girls in them on the last two shows.
Yeah, I'm real ugly. I don't take good pictures.
Well, yeah, you do. You're not bad looking, and I'm sure you were much better looking when you were younger, but you're a distinguished looking man. And I'm sure your wife likes you.
Good-looking women, yeah. I surround myself with good-looking women, and that way it makes me look a lot better.
Well, I've got a bunch of them up here. One of them you're smiling real big. Is the redhead your wife?
Oh, that was, I think it was the oldest stepdaughter that dressed up going to the prom, I think, when you're talking about.
There's several up here. Folks, if you want to see what I'm talking about, go to blogtalkradio.com/TJMorrisETRadio, like our page. But if you go to this show, there's pictures, 7 to 10 pictures a week. But tonight, this one's called UAP Talk Shows Live - You Ain't Gonna Believe This! ! Ronny Dawson, and then TJ Morris ET Radio Shows, so people will start knowing where to find us, because that's the brand or the name of the show I've had since June 3rd, 2012, TJ Morris ET Radio Show. So TJ Morris ET Radio, I've got shows, but that's the way that y'all can find us. I put Janet's name here but she'll probably put it on hers too. She syndicates on Spreaker and other places too, Ronnie. Well, you got 12 more minutes, but every week you can, maybe just get ready. I'll just keep saying it, but I'm going to put series and then I'll put episode. And if you email it when it comes to you to tjmorrisagency@gmail, you can, tjmorrisagency@gmail, folks. I've got director at UAP.associates. It'll still go to TJ Morris Agency. But Ronnie, send me what, if you think you're going to have several people or several talk, or just let me know. Or just give me a call, folks, 850-376-9100. That's my personal cell phone for business. Then if you call in here, Ronnie, just tell them, call in to listen and put it on your Facebook every week, and then grab this one. You can go up, folks, to TJ Morris ET Radio. Just plug it into Google, whatever. And go to the one, or just click on it, go to that location, and then go to whichever show you want, like Ronnie's tonight. And on the right-hand side, Ronnie, you can download it right into your computer to reuse it. And, you can cut and paste the link and put it wherever you want it, on domains or whatever. But you can download the show right into your computer. On the right-hand side, it'll have a little download cloud. And you may have to click it a couple times or see different computers do it different ways. So you can start keeping your own archive so you don't lose your work on here, into your computer, and then put them on a thumb drive or something. But you can figure that out. But in the meantime, It's always here. I haven't lost any of my archives except the ones I deleted, like a dum-dum, because some of the people are dead now, like Stanton T. Friedman. But depending on what night we got, what person, and what genre or category will depend on what we talk about. If you folks wonder what I'm doing after this many years, I'm trying to keep, like Saturday nights, more entertainment, TJ Morris Entertainment Agency I've got. And we're just doing, you ain't going to believe this, stories like we've told at truck stops or sitting around a campfire, or whether it's true or not, that's up to you to decide. But, Ronnie's got a lot of things that happened to him really strange anyway. So did I. So we just sort of got together, and I thought you were somebody else with somebody else that came on one time with the UAP group. But you didn't go to any UAP groups, did you? But you went to Roswell.
Yeah. No, I've never been to a UAP group, no.
Okay, well, I got to go answer the door. My dinner's here. I did whatever that they deliver, Grubhub. Okay, well, you got the last 10 minutes. Okay, here you go. I'm on mute. To make sure I mute me and not you.
Yeah, I know. The other day we found out that the Roswell UFO Festival has been canceled, and it broke my heart, man. I thought that was the one UFO festival I was going to be able to make, and they were talking big there for a while. They were saying, we're not afraid of the coronavirus, and this is a very inhospitable place in Roswell at that time of year for viruses, and they weren't scared, and we were going on with it, and I was excited. I had my room booked, and I had buddies from UFO Busted Radio down in San Antonio that I've been friends with for years. I've never got to meet. And man, we're going to take all these guys from the UBR Facebook group. We're all going to get together, and I'm finally going to meet some of these guys. And then had my hopes up and had my room, and then the other day they said they canceled it. Disappointing. That just absolutely heartbreaking. So. And I've already been planning a vacation around that thing, So now I've got to figure out. What I'm going to do with my vacation time. And I tell you right now, it's not a great time to be working in the oil field. I still work in the oil field. And the other day we laid off 11 drivers. And luckily my seniority has got me secure for a while. I've been with the same company like 16 years, so I'm going to be one of the last ones to go, but we may all go. But it's the oil field is just terrible right now. I mean, the price of oil it costs $28 a barrel to get a barrel of oil out of the ground, and I think the price they're paying for May is like $13 or something like that. And we're going in the hole paying that, and we still can't get nobody to sell their oil, and so nobody's making any oil, and they're shutting the wells down, and the oil field is just is ticking down like a clock, And I know that they said in the Mississippi there's just all these tankers full of oil that the refineries don't need because the economies are shut down. And I don't know what's going to happen to the oil. If I had it my way, we'd just send all that overseas oil home and just use our oil. And wouldn't that be nice to use American oil for a change instead of importing? Because every tanker full of oil we import over here, we export just tons and tons of money to overseas to people who don't like us, and that's it's really frustrating, And you have people that need to work, and we have the oil to supply America's needs, and we're going to have to get creative to do it. I don't doubt that. But we've got that kind of people here. We have that kind of technology available to do this stuff. With some of these new oil that we're finding and stuff like that, we're finding incredible amounts of oil. And we were even talking about exporting America's oil for the first time ever here a while back. So we're making a lot of oil. We don't need overseas oil. And let them keep it, but so many people don't want to do that. We're so used to paying them money, and they're so reliant upon our money that God only knows the world will fall to pieces if we quit paying them our money, So I don't know, but things are going to have to be different. I know it's tough out here in the oil field, and I feel for all these guys that are getting laid off out here trying to make ends meet. I understand. I know, man. We had 5-year employees that went down the road the other day, This was their livelihood, and now it's gone. So, I'm lucky to have some seniority and not be one of them. And my family is grateful, too, because I'm the sole provider in my family. So, but I want to thank you guys for being here and listening to the show. And like I said, I have a lot of UFO experience, and I'll try to keep it up as long as I can, And I've still got. I came across. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Beck Spear, and I'm thinking maybe next week we can talk about that. What the Beck Spear is. I found a guy down in Santa Ana, Texas, who has something that's very similar to the Beck Spear, and I went down and checked it out, and it blew me away. And I've got some videos of it on my YouTube channel, the Ronny Dawson YouTube channel, and and like I said, it'll blow you away. I think we'll talk about that next week. And man, it is. I've even talked to TTSA, who's interested in this thing. So I mean, it's out there. It's getting some publicity. Not many people know about it. I've done a few radio shows talking about it, and the man who had in possession of it, the story's having some growing pains right now because there's some members of his family don't want the public to know that he has a piece of a UFO. Of course, would you think about it? And he's open about it. He wants to talk about it, but there's other people in his family that ain't, and they don't like me bringing it into the public so everybody knows. So I'm kind of stuck in between what different people in his family want, but I'm also a ufologist. I want to know the truth. I want to get to the truth. I want to show you the truth. I've seen the truth. I know the truth. I mean, I don't have to get disclosed by the government. ET disclosed to me that he's here. He flew some UFO over my head. They came into my bedroom and pulled me out of my sleeping body for a conversation. I've been up close and personal with these things. I know they're here. I know they want to make contact. I don't know when they're going to do it, but they've showed me some of the stuff they can do, and it is absolutely mind-boggling. It's like it would be centuries before we could get to where they are. And even as technologically advanced as they are, they've admitted to me that they've been to war with an even more advanced species that came in basically and tried to shove them around, and they had to form a federation, fight back. And I'm thinking, my God, if those kind of guys happen on us, we're completely screwed. Yeah, if those guys, as technologically advanced as they are, they said they almost got wiped out. They said, imagine an enemy that can show up be on you in a second without any advance notice, because these things were using interdimensional travel, and these guys were very interstellar knowledgeable, but they hadn't done the interdimensional travel. They had to get schooled on interdimensional travel, and they had to do it quickly because they ended up in a war with a species who could interdimensionally appear and attack you and then leave without any notice. So you can imagine fighting a war like that. It was tough. And when they finally managed to kill one of these things, they thought they were, there for a while. They said that they thought that they were invincible, that they were like godlike, that they couldn't be destroyed, that they couldn't die. When they finally killed one, they told me, they said they've got this thing, and this is like an intergalactic. This is something the whole the intergalaxy where they're at. Everybody wants to come see this thing. It's that amazing that everybody in their whole galaxy travels over here to see this thing. It's like going to see the Grand Canyon here in the United States. Interstellar tourists just flock to this thing. Well, they managed to kill the first one. That is like their Grand Canyon on this one planet that they got this thing on. I was like, man, I want to see that thing myself, whatever it is. So
somebody from San Jose showed up. You want to say hi, San Jose, to Ronnie?
Hey, how's it going? Now, we got like 2 minutes left in the show here before we end up having to close. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's been fun putting it on, and we're going to try to keep on. And my son is sitting here cheering. He's been listening to the whole thing. He's excited.
Yeah, let him say hi.
There he says hi.
Hi. How many children do you have?
I've got 3 at home right now, and I've got one that lives in Colorado that's got 2 grandkids.
Oh, well, they can get on Google. The kids ought to be excited to see Grandpa. Just go to Ronny Dawson, You Ain't Gonna Believe This on Google, or TJ Morris ET Radio. Pull it up either way. But this one says UAP Talk Shows Live. I took out a domain name called Talk Shows Live. I'll probably just start listing our shows on there. I've got UAP Associates, but whatever. I've got different ways to market, but I've paid for so much to get this out. I'm sure that people will start hearing about you, Ronnie, and it'll be all over. But, folks, be sure and meet him at Roswell now. He takes that trip to Roswell every year. So July 4th weekend, we celebrate usually July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for
they canceled
Ronnie.